Okay, Juliette, this is my kind of like my system. I'll give you a quick run of it. This little lean-to thing I have here, and in front of it will hold about 30 for 35 bales. Okay, this is all I do for feeding. I take a bale of hay. This is for 4 horses. Take a bale of hay, throw it right in there, and take the strings off. Okay, the 3 horses will chew on that one, and there's one horse that kind of like he's the low man, wants to eat by himself. I throw that horse about 1/3 of a bale right there. Okay, that's it for my feeding. I don't do anything else. I do that in the morning, I do it at night. In the winter. Way down there in the wood line, there's a brook. That's where they walk from up here, where they eat in that hay rack, down to the brook. So I don't have any water to deal with. That's year-round. This land slopes down. So this right here is filled with rock. All this right here. And on top of the rock, I've got processed gravel on it. So there's no mud. There could be mud if I left everything, the manure and leftover hay and stuff like that on it, and it'll gradually get, pushed down into it. It'll create its own kind of mud. It's not really mud, but you know what I mean. But I have a tractor here, so I scrape that off when the ground is hard. If it's not, I try to keep up with it, so it doesn't get real bad, This right here, I know sawdust is pricey. Just go buy a bale of shavings, and you know what I'm talking about. But I traded off a bunch of logs for a big load of sawdust. So I put the sawdust right here. And so if the horses want to lay down, roll around and stuff like that, instead of doing it in the mud, they roll around in the sawdust. Even when it's frozen, they'll lay down on that. Or if I get snow on the ground, they'll kind of lay and roll around in the snow. They like doing that. It keeps them nice and clean. They're not laying any mud because there is no mud up here. Down in the ring, that's all. There's rock dust on the bottom and sand on top, and I've got it pitched so it drains really well. So that's not a problem. That's it, man. I'll tell you, it doesn't get any simpler than this. Let me start a new one. When the pastures are wet, I just block them off, rather than them muck it all up. I don't let them go on it. I let it dry out a little bit, let the hay build up, and the pasture build up out there, and then I'll let them off. I'll keep an eye on it, and I just kind of play it by ear. In the summertime, they like drinking out of this pond right there. But that's it. I mean, doesn't get any simpler than this. The other horses that are down the road there, there's 9 down there. The situation is just about the same, except there's like 150 acres of pasture down there. But this here, there's not that much. There's only about 4 or 5 acres maybe at the most. Here. Oh, and their running shed is right there. And there's also another one down the other end of the road.